LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, guys. We are still using him. We're taking through every event, just to sort of see how he holds up. Now, the event that I think gives most units the challenge at the current point of the game would be Dismal Future Red Zone's Fusion Zamasu. With that area of effect attack doing 500k damage, if you're not ready to go prior to attacking, you can really get unstuck. He can really do a lot of damage. Obviously, there are items allowed as well, so we're going to bring a Whis in with us today. We're more than happy to use it, and honestly, it's really useful in these early stages of the fight just to kind of get yourself set. Most of these units that struggle really only struggle because they just need that little bit of an opportunity to sort of just stack up a little bit or just build what they need to build, and then from there on they're set to go. So we're going to pop that Whis there. Unfortunately, we might save that key for next turn if we can. Goku should be okay at the end there. We're going to get supered straight away. If I was going to maybe wish for anything more on this Goku, and I mean obviously it's wishing for a lot, I'd really like to see 650k defense straight up. Very good. I'd love it if he had a super attack counter. I mean, I know that would be ridiculously overpowered, but I think that's what he would have needed just to be almost solid, the best unit in the game, I guess. Like just that extra little bit, I think would have been nice. But I mean, when I say it's a little bit, it's actually a lot. But still, I mean, they were willing to give it to the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, this guy here, basically only in the fuse state, I guess. But I mean, I still think he could have had it, even if it was 30% chance to counter in his Super Saiyan 4 form, and then 50% chance to counter in his full power form. I think that would have been cool. But I mean, I digress. He's very much on the money anyway. I mean, obviously we got a Whis active here. This is why we're taking such little damage. But I mean, you can kind of tell how powerful that damage reduction is when it starts to get into those higher levels, like 550k defense there. Not at max. Obviously, he gets extra defense for being in slot 1, so that's not as high as he can go. But that's still pretty good, considering he'll still have 20% damage reduction naturally, and then the extra, I think it's 35% from Whis. It makes everyone just rock solid. And lasting 2 turns makes it a very valuable item to bring, especially with all the heals. These guys specifically have so many heals. Obviously, you got the revive from the GT duo that you see on screen there, who will also be important. We'll probably, we won't hesitate to get that revive if possible, because World Tournament Goku, the Tech TUR Goku there, he will get an extra attack and defense 50%, guaranteed guard, and another super attack once a revive goes off. It doesn't have to be his own. He's the only unit that's like that, by the way. Any other unit that gets benefits from revives, it has to be their own. So he's very good because of that. And I mean, 120k on both of those units, really, considering neither of them have built up at all. I mean, that's Piccolo's first out of 5 attacks that he needs, and there's no damage reduction at all other than the Whis on the GT duo. That's pretty good. And the counter, that's another thing to keep in mind as well. Blast key supers. I put the defense stat on the counter just for the fun of it. Both the Gokus can either nullify and or counter the first phase here, and the standby, the Oob and Super Saiyan 4 version of Goku there, he can nullify the second phase, though that's probably not always that necessary, given that he'll have guard and all that damage reduction from orbs as well. The GT duo putting in a couple of supers there. So they're I think that was only a double. I wasn't keeping track. I was kind of sidetracked in thought. And Piccolo as well, where he won't get his intro buff, so he's a little bit weaker and he won't have his guard. But that's okay. He'll with the Whis active and the 20% damage reduction, that area of effect attack plus the 4 attacks at the end here means he goes into the next 5 attacks there. Means he goes into the next phase fully built up. And if he comes on turn and we are below 50%, below 30% HP, oh wait, we don't have 7 hits, so that won't activate. That's probably a little bit of a downside to that little part of his passive, but he would get an extra 30% damage reduction and fully heal us. But we'll keep these guys running together. Goku in slot 1 is obviously where he does his best work, at least defensively. The Super Saiyan 4s could, benefit from a couple of extra stacks as well. Hopefully we can get the triple super with them. In fact, I think we do. Forgive me, even though I do the calcs, I kind of forget what happens. I just get lost in the math, I guess. And Goku at the end there, he's a special kind of unit, as he doesn't get any super attack between additionals. So once you see his defense, so did I say anyway? Once he does his first super, his defense remains the same through every other super. Is what I'm trying to say. 500k defense there. Obviously having 40% damage reduction prior to attacking, 20% after. He still should be pretty safe. Otherwise, we didn't get the additional. Would have liked the additional. This might hurt a little bit. This might hurt. Oh no. Wow, I thought that would do more because the Whis isn't active anymore. We used it on the first turn, so it only lasted for the first and second turn. We are now on turn 3. So the extra defense that the Super Saiyan 4 Goku at the start of the turn there can speak of is the one-time stack, I guess you would call it, that carries over from the first appearance when you get an 18-key super. It only lasts that second appearance and then it goes away. But it does still last if you float because it's a 4-turn buff. And that's their triple super. So that'll be a nice and meaty kind of 5 super attack stacked, built up, whatever you want to call it. Gogeta, next time we see him, he'll have 5 stacks under his belt. Goku here, I mean, again, the big benefit is the fact that he nullifies in this first phase. Guaranteed guards in his first appearance, so he'll be fine at the end there. He might take a little bit of damage still. And as you can see there, the defense remains the same between additionals. I love this unit. I really think he's good. I mean, not the best team for him, but he does his role adequately enough. As you can see there, he didn't take an awful lot of damage. We will pop... Actually, this is really good. We can pop the standby for the 8th anniversary GT duo here because we're under 50% HP. We should finish off the phase, though, with Goku's super attack. If not, we would like to not get supered, survive, and then finish off with the GT duo. That means we can have them ready to go for the next appearance. Their revive won't be necessary, but this time, and their support will remain next time, so the revive can happen then. It's basically a 2 turns worth of immortality almost. Well, he'll have max links, so I would like to see what attack stat that is. But I dare say that Goku will finish off here. We can get him 24 key at least, that's fine. And it doesn't really matter what we get Goku, it'll surely finish off. I mean, he's pumping 11 mil. He didn't get the 18 key super in his first appearance. That's why his defense is probably a little bit lower, and he hasn't been hit yet, so he doesn't have any of his extra buffs other than the one that comes from being in slot 1. And yeah, he easily finished off the phase. We'll pop out Gogeta now. We'll pop up the standby as well for Goku. So Goku will be supporting defense to everyone, 70% for 2 turns. So not just this rotation, but the one following as well. I love these animations. Goku's forehead is a little bit 5-head-ish. It's a little bit dorky, I guess, but anytime I get to use this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which is a lot now thanks to the new Goku, I'm a very happy man. He's right up my alley, and he puts on a show. That 30 additional comes in clutch. No need for the crit because he has it all built in, so the 8 dodge can also come in handy as well. We're going to put him in slot 1 there because we got 3 rainbow orbs, which accounts to 21% damage reduction. We'll put Goku... I mean, it doesn't really matter where he ends up. Now, an important point when you're using this standby is if you're going to move him in slot 2, make sure you collect orbs with the ally in slot 1 prior to using the standby if there's a good collection there. So take those orbs, and then this guy will use his standby and change orbs to int, some of them at least, and then he can collect the rest of them in slot 2. But if the orb field is a little bit dodgy, then maybe use the standby first. But see what I mean? We still got we wouldn't have had the opportunity, I don't think, to get 3 rainbow orbs, and then all the int orbs are left for Goku there to get all that damage reduction. And fortunately, it actually worked out good for Piccolo at the end as well. Still taking a little bit of damage, but 100k is not too bad. Pumping up to 800k defense. Now, a very easy way to look at Gogeta's defense is he literally doubles it on 18 key super. And then whatever, yeah, so there you go. He's crazy. He's nearly at 1 million defense. For his second super attack, he doesn't even have all these links active, so there's not even Saiyan Raw or anything to help the defense, and he's, yeah, there you go, there's 1 million. Ooh, he good. 1 million defense and 21% damage reduction with an action break as well. So if he was facing an attack right now, he just wouldn't take it. There you go, right there. I I mean, it wasn't aimed at him, but even if he was to take it, he would tank it, and if it was a super, he has a 50% chance to counter that super. It's just crazy. And then Piccolo has absolutely no need for any more praise than I've already given him, but he deserves every ounce of it. There you go, there's the additional, and he's at 100. He's nearly at 1.2 mil defense with only 20% damage reduction, so he's still better than Gogeta there. He doesn't have the chance to counter or the action break, so that can kind of come into play. But he does have the opportunity to get even more damage reduction if he comes in at his next appearance under 30% HP, which is crazy. So we'll probably get the revive here, I would imagine. Hopefully we can attack first to get a stack onto Goku, or keep that defense stacked, I should say. You know, the 4 turn one on his 18 key super is important to keep up if you want to keep his defense high. But he'll be using his standby. Ooh, there you go. That first shot stings when he's building that passive. But he does get the chance to super attack. And there you go. He's nearly at 1 million defense. This is as high as you can get because he took that shot. He did an 18 key super last turn. And he's in slot 1. So just shy of 1 million defense. No Saiyan Raw to speak of either. And 8.8 million with a measly 240k defense. But they're designed to die. This version of the unit is designed to die. And he will, taking 3 shots like that. We nearly got Goku a look in, but we'll just watch this revive go off anyway. It won't be enough to kill, obviously, but we will have full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku out next turn. This is going to be fun. I love this part of any fight. Now, a reason I've done this like this is I've used a team, all super class, 1 of every type. We'll be completing it within 7 turns. So any of those extra missions that can possibly come to this fight, this team can get it done with an item, obviously, and maybe if things fell right, you could maybe get it done with no items. But just to play it safe and for the sake of making sure we can have a look at these units, kind of just do what they do. I popped a Whis. It doesn't affect their defense stats, and that's really the primary purpose of these videos. I hope they're good. Let me know what you think of the overlay. I've just obviously updated a little bit. I mean, it might not be obvious to some, but I think the information's a little bit larger to read, and I hope that's nicer to see. Same with the SSR art. I've got that a little bit bigger and pronounced. I want to make use of the SSR or TUR arts for LRs. I feel like it all goes to waste, so I want to kind of put it to a little bit of use. We'll use this active skill. Gogeta's already done a triple super attack, so we've seen plenty of him. So should we kill in that first slot with Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I should say, we still get to see almost everything of Gogeta anyway, which I don't think we do. I think we rely on Gogeta to finish off the boss after Goku does his 1 big super attack in the first slot there. So this will be quite good. He won't have the defensive super attack, the defensive stack from being on an appearance before, so his defense would be higher than what you would see at this turn anyway. May as well use this active skill as well. I don't see it very often at all, so it's good to see. Goku in slot 1. We'll do that. Because yeah, Gogeta will finish off anyway, so the damage reduction won't be too important. We'll just get to see him do a 24 key super to make sure that he's at his absolute max. Every link available to them, all bar 1 each. Kamehameha on Gogeta's side and prepared for battle on Goku's side. But he's doing 18 mil and 600k defense with 50 down to 25% damage reduction before and after super attacking respectively. And guard, obviously, for 1 turn. Guaranteed crits. I mean, just shy of 10 mil, and Jesus, Gogeta goes hard as well. This rotation cuts sick. It's so good. There you go, action break and crit. 6 mil and 800k defense. Ooh, no damage reduction this turn, pardon me. But still, we're about to see the triple super, so he gets up to 7 mil and just under 1 million defense. Yeah, this Gogeta really puts in work when he's allowed to do his thing, and now that he has that Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he certainly is allowed. So that is Red Zone Zamasu, ladies and gentlemen. 1 item, just the Whis, but I think it's still a good look to see how these units perform anyway on the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku's team. Let me know what you reckon, guys. Leave a comment below or find me on any of the socials you see at the bottom of the screen. A like and a subscribe always goes a long way, so being that it's free to do it, I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.